In this box is a bag I have been searching for years. I actually bought one a few years ago, but it turned out to be in terrible condition that was not disclosed, so I had to return it. But I think now I have finally found the perfect one for me. Stay tuned to see what it is. It's very special. I'm really excited about this one. Can't wait to see it in person. Hi YouTube, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My channel is all about luxury living on a budget, from high-end luxury handbags and small goods to the everyday luxuries of life. If that sounds interesting to you, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell notification icon to be notified when I post new videos, and be sure to like the videos that you enjoy. And one of the perks of subscribing to my channel is you get to see my community post on your YouTube homepage, where I post deals, discount codes, sales, and rare finds related to these beautiful things we love. Let's get into this because I'm anxious to see it. It appeared from the photos to be in just excellent tip-top condition, and I hope that's the case because I bought this from the same seller as I bought the one a few years ago that ended up being in horrible condition. It had holes in it and everything. It was just terrible. That seller, of course, is The RealReal, who has terrible listings, but from whom I've purchased the most pre-loved items, pre-loved luxury items in my collection. And I keep going back to them because I find great deals there. Every once in a while there's a problem, but they've always taken care of it for me. Now, I can tell you, in opening this box, when I got this out of our package lockers yesterday, I could tell immediately, with the box still sealed, that it had a storage odor, and boy is it strong. But I'm not worried about that because I know how to get rid of that. Charcoal packs, I'll link some below. That has been the thing that I have found to work the best. Charcoal packs, just fill the bag with charcoal packs and leave it sitting for a while, few weeks, whatever it takes, and that takes care of any odors. All right, here it is in the RealReal dust bag, and we shall open it. Oh, it's beautiful so far. Yes, I'm so happy to finally have one of these. Well, I shouldn't say that yet. I need to look at the condition. It's a little bit difficult to pull it out of the bag because it's a bit of an oddly shaped thing. Okay, are we ready? Yes, we are. Here we go. Maybe I should just pull the dust bag off of it instead of pulling it out of the dust bag. It is. Let me get it shaped because it's smushed right now. What is this? Oh, I think that's the dust bag. Yeah, it's a little smushed from being in the bag, but it is a Fendi spy bag. Yes, indeed. Let me give you a spin and then I'll bring it up closer so you can see the details on it. It's made of woven leather. Now, I have been on this thing all year where I have been trying not to buy any more brown bags because I did my luxury collection, luxury handbag collection video, and there was so much brown. So I've been making a very conscious choice about buying more colors and more textures and adding those to my collection. Make things more interesting. Now this is certainly brown, does have texture everywhere, and I love that about this. And again, I'll show it to you up close in just a minute. Let me say this about my search for this bag and why it took so long. Originally, well, let's go back even farther than originally. When I was a student living in New York, and I would go down to Chinatown and buy some very cheap, sometimes fake bags off Canal Street, I once came across a bag that was a dupe for a Fendi spy bag. And it didn't say Fendi anywhere on it, it wasn't a fake, but it looked like a Fendi spy bag. Now, at that time, I had no idea that that's what it was. I didn't know what Fendi was, I didn't know what a Fendi spy bag was, so I just thought it was a bag I thought was cool and I liked. And it had leather, or maybe fake leather, handles and trim, but the body was this, it was a faux fur, and I want to say maybe it was even like a leopard printed faux fur, but it was in grays and stuff. It was pretty, and I tell you what, when I've thought about that bag since then, I have some nostalgia about it, and I wish I hadn't gotten rid of it. I kind of wish I still had that bag, although I'm probably remembering it being nicer than it really was. So that is a big reason why I've wanted to add a Fendi spy bag to my collection. Now, a few years ago when I purchased one from The RealReal, I was looking at brown leather ones. That's what I wanted. And when I got that one, it was just really messed up. It was in terrible shape. I will link that video below so you can go back and watch it if you want to know what I'm talking about. It was very disappointing, and fortunately The RealReal took it back because all that damage was not disclosed. Since then, I have been looking off and on for one. About a year ago maybe, I found one pop up on The RealReal that was kind of a medium brown color trim, but the whole body of it was this green, like a light green and tan snake skin. And oh my God, it was so beautiful. Oh, it was gorgeous. And I still kick myself when I think about that one because they had it priced at $400. And of course it sold immediately, and I took like 5 minutes to think about it, maybe a little longer than that, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have just bought it because it went so fast. And I've looked for that bag elsewhere since then because it's so pretty and the colors and everything are just so me. I would love to have that one. But when I find one, they're usually priced in the thousands, as you would expect for a snakeskin bag. So since I haven't wanted to pay that much for that bag, because I really wanted to get a spy bag around under $500, let's say, especially if it was one of the sort of base level brown leather ones or a black leather one. But the spy bags come in so much variety. Like they have so many different materials, and you know, it's Fendi, that's what they do. So I figured someday there's going to be one that pops up and it's going to blow my mind and it's going to be a price I'm willing to pay. And I think this is finally it. So let me bring this closer now and show you some details and do a couple little mod shots and stuff. And I also need to look for myself at the condition and see how it is. So far I see one little scuff on a corner here, and otherwise it looks amazing other than being squished. And then I'll show you also some of the features of the bag if you're not familiar with the Fendi Spy bag, because it's a very interesting bag. Oh, and this was inside the bag. Let's look. I believe this is the dust bag, yeah. It's a black kind of nylon-y bag, and it says Fendi down there at the bottom. So really good to have that, because this bag with all that texture could use a dust bag. Okay, here it is up close so you can see the texture of the leather. So everywhere on the bag it is woven. Just every square inch is covered in leather weave, and it is gorgeous. Oh, I guess except for this trim here. It's just really spectacular. Let me hold it back where you can see the whole thing and do another little spin. Now, it's not supposed to be shaped like that. It's supposed to be more round, but it's squished from being in the box. I'm gonna go fix that so we can do a proper pretty spin and see the actual shape of the bag. Please hold. But before I do, let's look at the inside. The interior of the bag is lined in the Zucca print fabric and the tobacco. There are some tags in here. Here's the little Fendi tag, which is upside down. It's a guarantee of authenticity, and it has this little shimmery thing there. And on the other side, there's a leather tab with a serial number. And on the front wall of this bag is the little metal piece. It says Fendi, made in Italy. There are no pockets or any kind of organization in the bag other than the feature here, which is the pocket where you pull this and it opens up into this coin purse. And that's what you just saw with this fabric here. This is one big pocket. And this handle thingy here is also a storage area. You just move this little lid out of the way and you can put something in there. Cigarettes maybe? I don't know exactly what that's for. And then this is a little mirror, which is interesting. And then it has this handle right here. It's stamped made in Italy. It says Fendi on the bottom of the mirror. It also says Fendi stamped there. All right, I have stuffed it some, and it's still a little bit misshapen, you can see on the back there, but it looks a lot better than it did from being smushed in the box. Here's a spin for you. It is a really gorgeous bag. There's the bottom. Again, just everything is woven. Even this little trim is woven here. I am noticing that this comes apart really easily. And this does too. This just falls open. Now I would never use that storage for anything. This one I would, but anything that's stuffed down in there is going to be protected. If it came open, it wouldn't fall out. Here's a look at the handles. So you can see those as well. They're braided, and you can see that they have these little knots on them. That's on every Fendi Spy bag. It's one of the features or traits or characteristics. And then Fendi Spy bags tend to have these stripes along the side here. So on this bag, it's just woven differently where it has these little 3D spikes you can see there. Now, because all this leather is woven, it has a lot more structure than the other Fendi bag that I got to play with, the one I had to return. That's part of the reason I'm having trouble getting it back into shape, but as it sits with the air paper inside, it'll be fine, and as I carry it with stuff in it, it'll get better. It's also a bit heavy because it has quite a lot of leather on it, so if you're looking for a bag that's not heavy, this wouldn't be the best option for you. The handles alone have a lot of weight, but then it's a big bag, and There's just a lot of leather on here. I guess there's, with the in and out weave and everything, there's twice as much leather as there would be. Is it twice as heavy? I don't know. It does not have a shoulder strap. That's something that I knew going into this, and that's one of the compromises I would have to make to have one of these bags. So this would be hand carry, or it would be crook of the arm carry. Now, some people would be able to get it over their shoulders, but I mean, the strap drop is not that big, and it's such a bulky bag, it wouldn't be all that comfortable to wear on your shoulders. So I would generally probably carry it like this unless it was pretty heavy, and then I'd be hand holding down here. I've always loved that woven leather look. I know some people don't like it. I've always loved it. I've always thought it was really beautiful and classy looking. That makes this bag much more special to me. So I love it. Just need to get the smell out and get the bag into shape, which will just happen naturally, I think. And I'm really happy to have this. By the way, I paid, it was around $800 for it. So more than my $500 cap, but that was for a basic bag. I was willing to pay more for something more special like this. And that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching and for sharing this with me. If you're interested in what fits, everything fits. It's huge. It's got massive capacity, so don't even worry about that. Laptop, I mean, if you're talking about things like that, I don't know. So again, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you back here next time, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.